In this video, we'll delve into the coffee giant we all know and love, Starbucks. The history of Starbucks is a tale of humble beginnings, passion for quality coffee, and the seeds of a global phenomenon. Let's take a journey back to the early 1970s. In 1971, three friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Boker, opened the doors to the first Starbucks store in Seattle, Washington. Originally, their vision was simple: to provide high-quality coffee beans and equipment to customers who shared their passion for exceptional coffee. FYI, the name Starbucks came from the first mate, Starbuck, in Herman Melville's classic novel Moby Dick. The name evoked the charm and the seafaring romance of early coffee traders who sailed the high seas in the past. In the early years, Starbucks was more of a specialty store for coffee aficionados, primarily a retailer of whole coffee beans and coffee-making equipment. The shelves were adorned with premium coffee beans, and the aroma of freshly ground coffee filled the air. It was a haven for those seeking a more refined coffee experience. The founders were committed to sourcing the finest beans from around the world, ensuring that customers could brew a perfect cup of coffee at home. Their dedication to quality attracted a loyal customer base, but the real turning point came in 1981 when a man named Howard Schultz entered the scene. Howard Schultz, then a sales representative for Hammerplast, a Swedish company supplying Starbucks with drip coffee makers, observed the substantial volume of orders from the coffee giant. Intrigued by the company's scale, he visited Starbucks, and his admiration was so profound that he resolved to embark on a career there. Subsequently, in 1982, Schultz joined Starbucks as the Director of Retail Operations and Marketing at Starbucks. During a business trip to Italy in 1983, Schultz had an epiphany that would change the course of Starbucks forever. Schultz was captivated by the vibrant coffeehouse culture in Italy, where people gathered at Italian espresso bars, not just for coffee but for the entire experience. The communal atmosphere, the rich aroma of espresso, and the convivial conversations, all of it left a lasting impression on Schultz. From this exciting experience, Schultz envisioned bringing the Italian coffeehouse experience to the United States. He saw an opportunity to transform Starbucks, which, at that time, primarily sold high-quality coffee beans and equipment, but didn't provide a space for customers to enjoy their coffee on site. On his return, he worked to persuade company owners Jerry Baldwin and Gordon Boker to offer traditional espresso beverages, in addition to the whole bean coffee, leaf teas, and spices. The original founders were strongly against the idea and wanted to stick to just selling coffee beans and equipment. They did test Schultz's idea of making Starbucks a cafe, in one of the locations in downtown Seattle, and it was a success. This is where the first Starbucks Cafe Latte was served. Following a successful pilot of the cafe concept, Baldwin and Boker found themselves intrigued. However, they ultimately chose against further deploying Schultz's idea.
Nope.
Eventually, Schultz left Starbucks in 1985 to create his own coffee shop, encouraged by the success of this experiment. Even after his departure from the Starbucks team, Schultz maintained a strong connection to the brand. Starbucks, being his initial investor, contributed $150,000 out of the $400,000 required to kickstart his venture. In return, Baldwin secured a seat on its board, while Boker provided unofficial support. An additional $100,000 investment came from local doctor Ron Margolis. Despite facing rejections from 217 out of the 242 investors Schultz approached, his unwavering dedication and hard work eventually secured the necessary funds to launch his inaugural coffeehouse, Il Giornale, named after the renowned Milanese newspaper. The name Il Giornale also means the daily in Italian, emphasizing a place where people could gather daily for their coffee ritual that aimed to emulate the Italian espresso bar culture. The store offered ice cream in addition to coffee, had little seating, and played opera music in the background. And Il Giornale crafted its coffee and espresso drinks from Starbucks beans, maintaining the enduring positive relationship even after Schultz's departure from Starbucks. Schultz introduced espresso-based drinks like lattes and cappuccinos, marking a departure from the traditional American coffee culture centered around drip coffee. By the way, take a moment to appreciate the remarkably affordable prices of that era. Yeah, the annual income levels back then were significantly lower than they are today. Surprisingly, the menu from that time still holds up well by contemporary standards, I think. While the array of espresso-based drinks is commonplace in today's cafes, it's essential to note that Il Giornale was among the pioneers of the modern cafe culture in the U.S., introducing a diverse range of these beverages when they were a rarity. In 1987, Schultz seized the opportunity to purchase Starbucks from its original owners, Jerry Baldwin and Gordon Boker, and bought Starbucks for $3.8 million US. At the time of the acquisition, Starbucks was a small chain with a handful of stores primarily selling coffee beans. Schultz rebranded the existing Il Giornale to the Starbucks name. However, this wasn't just a change in name. Schultz brought a new vision for the brand. With Howard Schultz at the helm, Starbucks underwent a profound transformation. Schultz's vision was to create a space where customers not only enjoyed exceptional coffee but also immersed themselves in a unique coffeehouse experience. With the introduction of espresso beverages, lattes, and cappuccinos, Starbucks began to redefine the American coffee experience. Appealing to a diverse range of coffee preferences, the menu expanded to include an array of delicious drinks and food items, creating a haven for coffee connoisseurs. The ambiance of Starbucks stores was meticulously designed. Comfortable seating, cozy lighting, and a welcoming atmosphere turned Starbucks into the third place, a space between home and work, where people could relax and enjoy their coffee, which became a central theme in Starbucks' philosophy. Schultz aimed to create an environment conducive to relaxation and socializing. Schultz's emphasis on creating a welcoming environment, complete with comfortable seating and a commitment to customer satisfaction, marked a turning point for the company. This move was pivotal in transforming Starbucks into a destination for a variety of coffee experiences. Starbucks had evolved beyond being a mere retailer of coffee beans and equipment. Starbucks' transformation wasn't confined to the United States. Under Schultz's leadership, Starbucks experienced rapid growth and expansion throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s. As a result, the brand embarked on an ambitious journey of global expansion. Fueled by Howard Schultz's vision to bring the Starbucks experience to coffee enthusiasts around the world, the first international Starbucks store opened its doors in Tokyo, Japan, in 1996, marking the beginning of a new chapter for the brand. From Tokyo to London, Shanghai to Dubai, Starbucks stores began popping up in cities across the world, captivating coffee lovers with its irresistible aroma and inviting ambiance. The iconic green siren logo became synonymous with quality coffee and the promise of a familiar refuge in unfamiliar lands, solidifying its status as a global coffeehouse icon. With each new market entered, Starbucks adapted its offerings to suit local tastes and preferences, while staying true to its commitment to quality and sustainability. From introducing unique beverages inspired by local flavors to partnering with local suppliers, Starbucks ensured that every store felt like a home away from home. Beyond just selling coffee, Starbucks became a cultural phenomenon in many countries, serving as a meeting place for friends, colleagues, and communities. The warm, inviting atmosphere and friendly baristas created a sense of belonging that transcended borders and languages. Starbucks enthusiasts know the joy of discovering Starbucks stores while traveling abroad. The prospect of entering Starbucks in foreign lands fills us with excitement. Beyond coffee, Schultz prioritized corporate social responsibility. Starbucks implemented ethical sourcing practices, launched community outreach programs and initiatives to give back to the communities it served, and became a pioneer in offering healthcare benefits to its employees. Whether supporting local farmers or promoting environmental sustainability, Starbucks became more than just a coffee chain. It became a force for positive change. These initiatives further enhanced the brand's appeal and reputation. The global expansion of Starbucks brought the world closer together, one cup at a time. In our journey through the history of Starbucks, we've witnessed its remarkable transformation under Howard Schultz. Everything for Starbucks seems perfect and fantastic until now. But as with any success story, challenges were inevitable. In this chapter, we'll explore the hurdles Starbucks faced and the strategic changes made to navigate through rough waters. In 2000, Howard Schultz made a surprising decision to step down as the CEO of Starbucks.
I'll be back.
This move, however, allowed Schultz to focus on other ventures and innovations, including the acquisition of the Seattle Supersonics basketball team. By 2007, the chain boasted more than 15,000 locations worldwide. As Starbucks soared to new heights, it also faced challenges that tested the resilience of the brand. Starbucks encountered its first major slowdown in growth around this time. The company's rapid expansion led to market saturation, and diverted its focus from its core mission of creating the inviting coffeehouse experience with innovative products he had originally envisioned. Additionally, new competitors like McDonald's had entered the specialty coffee market, posing a significant threat. The 2007-2008 global financial crisis, often referred to as the Great Recession, further exacerbated these issues. The company's stock had experienced significant declines, and Schultz, as a major shareholder and former CEO, was deeply concerned about Starbucks' trajectory. All of these factors led Schultz to reassume the role of Starbucks CEO in January 2008. Schultz had played a pivotal role in Starbucks' early success and had previously served as CEO from 1987 to 2000. Schultz maintained his faith in the strength of Starbucks' brand and its ability to deliver a distinctive, Starbucks experience, for its customers. With a commitment to restoring this unique experience, which had diminished amid rapid expansion, Schultz recognized the necessity for change. He spearheaded a series of strategic initiatives to reignite the company's success. One of Schultz's first moves, therefore, was the decision to close approximately 600 underperforming Starbucks coffee shops, and focus on optimizing its existing locations. It was a strategic move that signaled Starbucks' commitment to quality over quantity. It was also a reflection of Schultz's belief that every single Starbucks store should contribute positively to the company's brand and customer experience. The closures resulted in a cost reduction of $850 million, a necessary step to regain financial stability. Meanwhile, many employees who had been working at coffee shops that were closed were transferred to coffee shops nearby which remained open. Under Schultz's leadership, Starbucks embarked on a comprehensive transformation journey. This involved refocusing on the company's core values, including passion for coffee, innovation, and creating a unique customer experience. Starbucks began to reinvest in its stores, making them more inviting and comfortable third places for customers to enjoy coffee and connect with their communities. Schultz reintroduced comprehensive barista training programs and brought back the practice of grinding coffee in the stores, a practice that had been stopped in the past. These changes were aimed at enhancing the sensory experience in the stores, and making Starbucks a destination rather than just a place to buy coffee. To connect with customers and stay relevant in the digital age, Starbucks introduced innovative initiatives. My Starbucks Idea was launched, allowing customers to share their suggestions for improvements. The company also embraced digital technology, introducing the Starbucks app and loyalty program. These measures were aimed at repositioning Starbucks and reigniting growth. Howard Schultz demonstrated his hands-on approach, leadership commitment, and personal investment in the well-being and success of the company. Under his guidance, Starbucks underwent a revitalization that contributed to its recovery and sustained growth in the subsequent years. Schultz's departure and legacy. Now, let's delve into a significant chapter that marks the end of an era. The departure of Howard Schultz from the role of CEO and the lasting legacy he left behind. After guiding Starbucks through decades of growth and transformation, Howard Schultz made a pivotal decision in 2017. To step down as the CEO of Starbucks. This decision marked the end of an extraordinary era for the company. In his farewell messages, Schultz expressed gratitude for the incredible journey and the dedicated partners who contributed to Starbucks' success. His departure, however, did not mean a complete separation from the company he helped shape. Following his departure as CEO, Schultz shifted his focus to social impact initiatives and other ventures. He continued to play an active role in shaping Starbucks' future, albeit in a different capacity. Outside the boardroom, Schultz continued to be a vocal advocate for social issues. He leveraged his position and influence to address topics like racial equality, veteran support, and youth unemployment. Schultz's commitment to using the Starbucks platform for positive change became a defining aspect of his post-CEO legacy. Yeah, he dreamed about becoming the U.S. president. Wow! Schultz's influence on Starbucks went beyond the balance sheets. His emphasis on values, ethics, and creating a company culture that prioritized people and community continued to resonate. Starbucks, under Schultz's guidance, became more than just a coffeehouse. It became a brand synonymous with responsibility and ethical business practices. As Howard Schultz took a step back from the day-to-day operations of Starbucks, his legacy lived on. Cultural impact. Starbucks isn't just a coffee chain. It's a cultural phenomenon. The distinctive green logo and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee have become familiar sights and scents in cities around the world. Starbucks isn't just a place to grab a cup of coffee. It's a cultural hub where communities come together. Starbucks has seamlessly integrated into popular culture. Whether it's a pivotal scene in a movie or a favorite TV show, Starbucks is often depicted as a setting for casual meetings, deep conversations, or moments of self-reflection. The brand has become a part of our storytelling, reflecting its role in our daily lives. You've likely seen celebrities strolling down the street, holding a Starbucks cup in hand, captured by the media. It has become a symbol of one's identity. The introduction of seasonal beverages and the iconic holiday cups have turned Starbucks into a seasonal tradition for many. The anticipation of the pumpkin spice latte's return or the festive designs on the holiday cups has become a cultural marker, signifying the changing seasons and creating a sense of shared experience. Starbucks has also embraced technology, from introducing the Starbucks app to enabling mobile ordering. The digital experience has become integral to the Starbucks routine, allowing customers to customize orders, earn rewards, and seamlessly connect with the brand. The cozy ambiance of Starbucks stores has made them popular work and study spaces. Remote workers, students, and freelancers often find inspiration within the walls of Starbucks, turning it into a versatile environment that goes beyond being just a coffee shop. But, try not to linger too long, allowing others to also enjoy the Starbucks experience. The cultural impact of Starbucks extends far beyond its coffee offerings, reflecting on Starbucks' journey and its lasting imprint on the world of coffee and our global culture. Why Starbucks so successful? Starbucks owes its remarkable success to a multitude of factors. From comfy sofas and inviting ambience complemented by captivating background music to tastefully designed interiors, delicious food and drinks, strategic locations, and amiable baristas, Starbucks seems to have mastered the art of creating an unparalleled experience. This includes well-executed promotional items, a comprehensive staff training system, and adept use of social media, among other elements. But what sets Starbucks apart? Why haven't other cafe chains replicated its success? It's a mystery, right? But I realized that they lack one critical element. Howard Schultz. He stands as an extraordinary visionary, entrepreneur, leader, and marketing genius. Everything he touches turns to gold. This underscores the profound impact a single visionary can have on an industry. History attests to transformative figures like Walt Disney and Steve Jobs. Schultz's dedication is also noteworthy. Starbucks transformed into a global phenomenon in just over a decade, a testament to his relentless efforts in building the coffeehouse empire. So, if success in business is your pursuit, dream big and immerse yourself in the grind. Nothing worthwhile comes easily. Hard work is the key. Conclusion. As we reach the conclusion of our journey through the history of Starbucks, we've explored its humble beginnings, transformative moments, and the lasting impact of Howard Schultz. Starbucks isn't just a coffee company. It's a cultural icon that has woven itself into the fabric of our daily lives. Let's recap the key chapters of this remarkable story. We started by tracing Starbucks' roots back to a small store in Seattle in 1971, where the founders aimed to share their love for high-quality coffee beans. The entry of Howard Schultz in 1982 marked a turning point, as he envisioned Starbucks not just as a retailer, but as a coffeehouse experience inspired by Italian culture. Schultz's leadership transformed Starbucks, leading to the introduction of espresso beverages, a welcoming atmosphere, and global expansion. We explored the challenges faced by Starbucks, Schultz's departure and legacy, and the brand's enduring cultural impact. From Tokyo to New York, from seasonal beverages to digital innovations, Starbucks has become more than a coffee destination. It's a place where communities gather, stories unfold, and cultures converge over a cup of coffee. As we conclude this journey, Starbucks stands not only as a global coffee giant but as a symbol of connection, community, and a commitment to quality. Howard Schultz's vision, combined with the dedication of countless partners and the loyalty of customers, has shaped Starbucks into the cultural force we know today. Whether you're sipping your favorite Starbucks brew right now or planning your next visit, remember that behind every cup is a story of passion, perseverance, and a commitment to creating moments that bring people together. My thoughts. My connection with Starbucks runs deep, having been a former Starbucks barista in Japan and a dedicated fan. The process of researching and crafting the script for this video evoked numerous goosebump moments. Each instance felt like reliving the excitement of a Starbucks experience, akin to what Howard might have felt. For me, Starbucks is a personal Disneyland, albeit on a smaller scale. Despite the store's physical size being dwarfed by a typical Disneyland, the potential for enjoyment during a Starbucks visit is immense. From delightful foods, diverse drinks, and a soothing ambiance to comfy sofas, invigorating music, and the warmth of friendly baristas, the Starbucks experience is a source of genuine pleasure and gratitude. The array of new promotions and the global presence of Starbucks stores add to the joy, allowing us to savor the unique nuances of each location. What began as a modest revolution has now burgeoned into the world's largest coffee chain. Therefore, when an opportunity comes knocking, it's okay to take the leap. While the prospect may seem daunting initially, it's wiser to embrace it than live with regret later in life. Be a challenger, step out of your comfort zone, and dare to evolve into a version of yourself that embraces change and growth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Starbucks history. Until next time, take care, and may your coffee always be strong and your days full of warmth. This is Utopara, the storyteller. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more content. And, could you share your Starbucks experiences or favorite drinks that hold a special place in your heart? I'd love to hear about it. Oh, one more thing. Go to Starbucks to enjoy your life this week, or next week.